Three for the Money is brought to you by the Trendscenter App. This is the best tool for sports betting research. Okay. On the Trendscenter app, you can test betting systems from the past 20 years, explore thousands of existing trends and systems from the top betting experts. Choose from hundreds of filters to test different systems for each sport. Save these trends and get notified when these systems have games. Download the app for free using the link in our description and get a free 2-week premium trial using the code TFTM. The normal free trial is 3 days. Kind of a big deal. Upgrade your sports betting research today. Okay, let's get into the show. For the money. New episodes every Thursday. We're here and we're back. How many times am I going to say that? I'll never stop. But I did say it twice today. Okay. All right. We're back. There's no sports on other than baseball. Now that the conference finals are over for NHL and NBA. So, been kind of boring the past couple days. I've seen a lot of soccer on TV. Haven't watched it, but I saw that it was on, and that counts for something. But
Was
I'm
it?
gonna.
Was it like national teams or like MLS or something?
It was like, dude, I don't even know. I couldn't
Oh,
tell you.
you don't know who was playing?
No, those are crazy
Okay.
names. I'm thinking it was some like European league,
Okay.
but it was on at night here, which doesn't make a lot of sense for the time zones.
I mean, like 10 o'clock at night or like two
Like
thirty in the morning. Like what kind of night are we talking?
7 p.m.
I mean, there's soccer played everywhere.
Yeah,
Could be
you're
like
right.
South America or something. I mean,
Yeah, could be. Um, but okay, I'm gonna throw it to Chris. How have you been doing?
all right. Gambling's kind of cooled off the last few days since the calendar flipped to June. Had some bad beats the last few days. Had a really bad beat today. Not really. I guess you don't want to call it bad beat. It more just really pissed me off. Just real quick, I had Mets team first five team total over 2.5. Finished fifth inning with 2 runs, so loss. And then before an out was recorded in the sixth inning, they scored 4 runs. So
Hmm.
I was furious. But hey, that's baseball. It's the way she goes. Yeah, I mean, other than that, doing all right, hanging in there, taking it day by day. All that shit. How are you doing, Will?
I'm doing okay. I've been betting here and there. Kind of like, just sort of paying attention to each book and seeing, what boosts are where, and if I can get a free bet, something like that. I'll just go over to the Trend Center. Let's see, since last week I'm up like 2.5 units.
There we go.
Excuse me. Something like
Gesundheit.
that. Thank you. But yeah, I think right now, oh, I had a $10 free bet for soccer, and I put it on Norway -225, and they won. So
That pay out like two
wow,
bucks.
paid out 444.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Um, let's see. Oh, I had an insurance token from last. It was the free bet from the first bet I had for an insurance token. Put that on the Rockies today, and obviously I think Chris knows how that went. But Obviously, they lost.
I was going to say, I don't remember how it finished. The Reds were ahead last time I saw.
Well, they won 12-7.
Let's fucking go.
And then later on tonight, I have the Padres money line against the Angels. So,
Dude, fuck the Padres.
okay.
I've taken them the last 2 days against the god awful Angels, and they've lost.
Oh,
Pissing me off.
Well, they're due.
Yeah.
I guess I saw that on Trendscenter today. That was like their top trend. I could not do it. I hate the Padres right now. I'm sure, and it's probably going to win now that I'm not taking it. But the Padres are on my shit list right now.
That's okay.
Do you respect the trend, not the team?
Oh yeah, I mean the trend had won like 15 in a row or something like that. I was just like, last 2 days I bet against the Padres, or bet on the Padres against, like I said, the god awful Angels, and one was first 5 and they pushed, and then last night I had a money line, and they were tied going into like the 7th, and I think they gave up 4 in the 7th, and they lost, and I can't do it. If it was any other team, I would have bet it, but I cannot bet on the Padres right now.
I did it.
And they're probably going to win.
What time does that start?
Starts at 8:30.
8:30, yeah.
Okay. We have 40 minutes to convince Chris to take the Padres.
I mean, I'm thinking about taking it right now, honestly. We'll see. I have the Pirates money line right now. They're ahead, knock on wood. They're up by 3, I think, in the 7th. If they win, I'll take the
Padres. Okay. I used an odds boost on it, 50%. So it was at minus 150. So now I got it at plus 100.
Oh, they were minus 150?
Yeah.
I know it's that.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty juicy.
A little juicy.
So I get it.
Take like a team total or something. That makes me nervous.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, I'm just whenever I am browsing the trends, I'll check that shit out, see what BetMGM gives me. Not a sponsor. Odds boost tokens, insurance tokens, things like that. And I'll bet that shit. Okay, but Sean, I know you're not betting. How are you doing personally?
I'm good. I'm doing good. Yeah, no complaints, really,
Hell
honestly.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Let's go.
I'm doing pretty good.
Vibing.
Yeah. Vibing, dude. It's the summer. Like, you can't be in a bad mood in the summer. It's not possible.
When the Padres give up 4 in the bottom of the 7th, you can't be. But that's fine.
Well, that's why I'm responsibly retired to know peace during the summertime, because I just want to relax and just, even though I still work a full-time job every single day, but
Sean's out here on summer vacation.
Yeah. Honestly, it kind of feels like the closest I've felt to summer vacation since.
Because you're not gambling.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder what
it's nice. It's nice.
Okay. So in the intro, I sort of mentioned how there hasn't been really sports past few days because of the conference finals, those ending. But I did see Chris. He perked up a little bit, and he was like, well. So I think, is that telling me you have an AFL update?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Actually, AFL has been rather quiet, at least from what I've seen this week. So
suspicious.
A little suspicious. Yes, a little suspicious. So I'll keep an eye on that. But just no sport, like the WNBA is not a sport.
No.
Caitlin Clark's out here just getting body checked into the stands, and we're like for nothing apparently.
Pay your dues.
I mean,
that's honestly one of the fairest takes I've seen on that.
I mean, honestly, like, that's not wrong. Like, not a wrong statement. I'm
He's
sure. No, I'm sure this has happened to other rookies as well. Like, they get pushed around because they're rookies, and
I don't know, man. She got like
I don't know. She did
Yeah, she
get
did
lit
kinda
up,
get
but
laid out.
but also, have we just not noticed because we haven't had a big name?
I mean, honestly, that's fair.
I don't know. I don't know.
This could be the WNBA initiation. You just get you get body slammed into the third row every week. And it's like, well, fucking away she goes. But they're playing on like ESPN 12 and nobody knows. So
Yeah,
that could be it.
I
Now
mean,
people are watching.
I wouldn't be surprised if
Now
these
they're on
girls
ESPN
get.
too.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if these girls get rough during these games. Like, if people are acting like this is the first time it's ever happened, like in the WNBA, I'm sure it's not.
I mean,
I don't know, but
this is like we discovered some ancient civilization. We're like, hold on,
Yeah.
we have to learn their customs before we judge.
Got to pay your dues. You got to pay your dues
mean,
to make 40 grand a year.
yeah.
I think Angel Reese got fined. It wasn't actually not related to Caitlin Clark. She was like got tossed by a ref. Obviously by a ref. I think it was a couple nights ago. I think she got fined $300.
It's kind of a lot.
It's half their salary.
It's kind of a lot. I mean,
Doesn't seem like a little unfair to for this league to be fining people?
no,
I mean,
the fines are
no.
A step below suspension.
I mean,
And,
maybe
suspension, you lose more money.
Maybe I have them do some jumping jacks or something instead.
In
a sweaty gym where you can watch them?
No, I'm just saying if you're getting paid pennies, maybe don't fine them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Have them run the bleachers or something.
Well, don't do this shit.
I'm not saying no punishment. I'm just saying fine when you're getting paid $1,200 a year.
I think no matter what gender you are, what sport you play, whatever, if you do something that's heinous and worth a fine, you get that fine.
This has nothing to do with gender. It's the fact that I don't get paid.
No, I'm just you're getting paid to play a game, and it doesn't matter it doesn't matter the dollar amount. If you fuck up, then you get fined. I don't think it matters I mean, look, if they were getting $5 grand off their, I think that's the maximum for the NHL is $5 grand.
I think it's the maximum salary in the WNBA.
It might be, but still, if you mess up and you do something, if you fucking elbow somebody, you get paid to play a game at the end of the day, and if it comes out of it happens in every league. This is really the only thing that makes them legitimate. It's that they're fining their players.
I saw Lonzo Ball offered to pay Angel Reese's fine. Well, good on you, sir.
Yeah.
Pocket change to him.
Yeah. Fuck that guy. Honestly.
Yeah, that guy hasn't played in a year and I mean, no fault of his own, injuries, but still, he hasn't played in a year and a half.
Yeah.
Did you I'm going to switch topics from the NBA or for the WNBA real quick since we're on contract talks. So Justin Jefferson just signed his monster deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you know that he makes less than Ben Simmons per year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that.
That's insane.
It is.
That's wild.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right now, who plays more games next year? Justin Jefferson or Ben Simmons?
Justin Jefferson. Like,
Even though one
are
of
you
them plays
talking
more
you
games. No, more games.
more games total or like
Yes.
a percentage of their season?
No, more games total.
Oh,
I think this is
I
a
mean,
fair question.
I'd
This is a
probably
fair question.
I'd probably
And
still go Justin Jefferson.
keep in mind, one of them plays an 82 game season.
Yeah, I'd probably still go Justin Jefferson.
That I feel like that is the correct answer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, how many? He played in like 12. Ben Simmons played in like 12 games last year or something.
Hold on, let me look it up. Will, what is your prediction?
Shit, man. Like, I know he like stepped away because of his mental health or something. I think if I'm remembering that correctly.
I think that was a couple years ago.
Really? I thought it was like last year, and it was just like
I
this
mean,
guy
he
can't
never
get any worse.
plays, so that you could take your pick of the last 5 years when that was, and there's a decent chance you were right.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, everyone hates him, and so he's probably like, everyone hates me. I'm from Australia.
Last year he played 15 games.
Oh, so close.
Oof, that's rough.
Well, Justin Jefferson didn't play the whole season, so
That's why I'm looking up Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. I think Justin Jefferson played like 7 games before he got hurt.
What was his injury though? It was probably something real.
Yeah, it was something real. It was something with his knee or something. I don't think he tore anything, but I think it was something like with his knee.
Yeah,
What are you
that
laughing
But
at, Will?
still,
something real.
well,
Oh.
because Ben Simmons' injuries are
Yeah.
fictitious.
Yeah, they're made up.
He
They're
makes them.
fibs.
Ben Simmons hates basketball. I've been saying this for years. He hates basketball.
I'm just saying it was a funny thing to say. It's that's what I'm
it
laughing
is,
at.
but
very
it's
funny.
also true. It's very funny, but true.
Justin Jefferson played 10 games last year.
10 games. Damn.
So now it's a fair question. Who
Hmm.
plays more games?
I mean, Ben Simmons can't keep doing this, right?
Yes,
he
yes,
can't.
he
but
100% can.
But like,
Nobody
can
expects anything from him. If he plays more than 20 games, people are like, "Hey, look at Ben Simmons, he's back." Like nobody expects anything from him.
Yeah,
he can keep doing this. If he didn't play it all next season, nobody
retire.
would bat an eye.
This pisses me off. Just fucking retire.
He's got to get paid somehow.
Yeah, but he's getting bags, dude.
Yeah.
He's getting
Would you retire from something?
Money.
Would you retire from something where you're making
pretending
bags?
to be hurt?
No, I don't. But it pisses me off.
Oh yeah, me too. But I'm just going to accept it.
Because I work so hard for so little, and this man does nothing and gets so much.
He worked hard at one point.
There was a few year stretch where Ben Simmons was like, "Hey, this could be the guy," and then he just forgot how to play basketball and started faking.
It was the process. He was a part of the process.
He was. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Oh shit! What was I about to say?
That's funny.
Have y'all seen that? Have you seen that meme where it's like Ben Simmons posted himself doing an off-season workout, and people are like, the summer is officially here when Ben Simmons posts himself playing basketball in an empty gym.
Man, that's so sad.
No, it's not. It's not sad. No. He's making generational wealth to do jack shit. It's not sad. I don't care. He's not all alone. Right. Someone's got to take those pictures. Someone's got to pass him the ball.
I guess you're right. Someone has to take the picture.
Also, I feel no sympathy for this grifter whatsoever.
Okay. Let's see. Do we want to get into the playoffs?
Oh yeah,
Haven't they started yet? But
yeah.
I mean, we could talk about the matchup.
They
No,
just
we
went
can.
by
We
so
can.
fast.
Yeah. So
They
okay.
like
Huh?
no, I'm just saying like they both went by in like 5 games each.
Yeah.
And then now we have like nothing for the next week.
Yeah. So the Edmonton Oilers won in 6 games against the Stars. And yeah, definitely did not see that coming. I'm gonna be real. When the Stars tied it up 2-2, that was like, it's over. And then they just like caught fire. Now they're winning these games. And like, dude, this might be it, man. Like this
It
this
might
might
be.
be this might be Connor McDavid's first Stanley Cup.
It might
Like,
be.
because it's gotta happen.
Yep.
It has to happen at some point.
So, what are y'all's like official? I know, Will, you have an Oilers future. Sean, you have an Oilers, and do you have the Panthers as well? I know you have an Eastern.
No.
Was it
My Eastern was the Hurricanes.
Hurricanes? Okay. So
So
I know, Will, you're for the Oilers. Sean, you going for the Oilers?
I'm with the Oilers. I don't think they'll win, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think they'll win, but
Yeah.
I didn't think they'd win last series, or really,
I didn't
honestly, I didn't
I don't
really
know.
think they'd win the series before either.
If they win the cup, it's the team of destiny. Like that's what this is. And because they have no earthly business honestly winning this cup with
yeah.
It's weird to say that
Yeah.
when they also have the best player on the planet.
Yeah, I know, but that's
No, I
like
get
they
what you're
have
saying. You are right. It's
yeah.
just a weird thing to say.
They have like 4 great players.
And
While
then
like the Panthers
the
are like
rest.
super deep. The Panthers are super deep. The Oilers have no goaltending like at all.
Hey, he showed
Although
up the last
he showed
couple
up
games.
he showed up
Yeah.
he showed up this series. He did. But yeah, it's just I don't know. It's like the Oilers are like they have the 2 best players in the league, but that's what it just feels like. That feels like that's
Yeah.
all they have. While like the Panthers are just so deep that I don't know. That's why I say they'll be a team of destiny because McDavid has to get a cup.
Yes.
He has to get at least one.
He has to.
Yeah. But this was something I found interesting today that the top 4 picks from the 2014 draft are all playing in the Stanley Cup final.
Yep.
With Aaron Ekblad, Sam Reinhart, Leon Draisaitl, and Sam Bennett. 3 of those players are on the Panthers.
Way she
Top
goes.
4 picks.
It's wild.
So I unfortunately think the Panthers will take this, but I'm rooting for the Oilers.
Yeah.
So the nation of Canada has not won a Stanley Cup in how long?
93?
Since 93?
I think so. I think that's right.
Sounds about right.
Who won that?
So,
The Canadians.
Okay.
So,
I know the Oilers haven't been to the finals since 1990.
They haven't been to the finals since 04.
Or the last time they
haven't
won they haven't won a cup since 1990.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was just thinking, like, the nation of Canada has not had a Stanley Cup winner since 93. How many fans outside of Edmonton are rooting for the Oilers?
That's tough.
So I feel like all the Canadian teams hate each other.
Yes. It's
What
the
deservedly so.
Yeah.
But
like
would you root for a team that's just specifically in America? Is that why are you rooting for the Panthers?
No, I'm just saying like that's kind of like a narrative is how Canada has not won a cup in X amount of years. And now they have a chance, but I feel like all the teams in Canada hate each other. Mm-hmm. So is the nation of Canada rooting for the Oilers, or are they like, no, fuck this team because we
I
hate them.
mean, they're rooting for the Oilers in the sense of like, they're a team from Canada, and like there's so few Canadian teams compared to the ones in America. So
So
like they're not
Canadians,
like they're rooting. I hope Edmonton wins, but not so much.
I was really hoping a lot of Canadians, and I don't know what the actual consensus is, but I was really hoping a lot of Canadians would be like, no, I hope the Oilers don't win. That way, America could claim another cup. Because if a majority of Canadians are against them, then America gets to claim it. That's how it works.
Well, if we think about this logically,
if the nation of Canada is rooting against the Oilers to win, then America gets to claim it. That's factual.
I understand the words you're saying.
I don't understand
If the nation of Canada
process.
is overwhelmingly against the Oilers winning the cup, then it doesn't count as Canada winning a cup.
Oh,
So that
I
means
see.
America gets to claim it.
Hmm.
By default.
Well,
I don't know.
like about
I
half
mean, that's
of
just logic. That's just science. I don't know what is so hard to understand.
well, logically, half of Alberta
Oh my god.
is not rooting for the Oilers because
Yeah, I'd say
that half is Calgary.
yeah.
Calgary's the other half of Alberta. And
And then I
then,
was thinking like Vancouver hates Edmonton, don't they?
well, they just lost to them in the playoffs.
So that I thought they also had like a rivalry. I could be totally wrong.
Maybe.
So they're probably rooting against them.
Leafs and Canadians, I mean, like their fan base is so diehard that like I don't know.
I feel like they don't give a fuck about anyone outside of Toronto and or Montreal.
Yeah.
So cross them out.
And so like
Ottawa?
that leaves like the Jets and Ottawa, like that's and that they could be like.
And does anyone really care about them?
No, nobody wants
so
to
America
go to
gets to claim this.
Nobody wants to go to Winnipeg. And I mean, I've heard Ottawa's pretty nice. We'll give them Ottawa.
I just all right. We will grant you Ottawa. I just want Canada to win a cup and then a bunch of Canadians to be furious. That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't think the overwhelming consensus is that all Canadians are against the Oilers. I feel like definitely Calgary and Vancouver, any team that's in the West is not wanting Edmonton to win, but they do want their country to finally get a cup, maybe. So they're kind of like middle ground, but also like if you're in the East, like Toronto and the Canadians, like they play the Panthers like pretty often. So they're kind of like, I don't know about this team.
See, the vibe I get from Toronto and Montreal is they're so like fuck everyone else. We are the best.
Yeah.
Regardless of our history.
That's the way I see it.
They need to be the ones to win it first. So I think they are maybe not secretly. I think they are wanting Edmonton to lose so they can be the first ones to
win it. Good point.
Yeah. It's just like that shit is not going to happen.
Yeah.
But they're delusional. So
yeah.
And Montreal, I mean, they've been to a cup final recently, so maybe they could get back.
Whatever. That cup didn't.
I mean,
that cup final.
Toronto's never going to sniff it. So I'm just saying, Montreal, it's coming home.
This has been quite the meeting of the minds to discuss the hatred within Canada.
I've been thinking about this for a while. It's like, I feel like every Canadian team hates each other. So outside of like Ottawa and Winnipeg, I feel like they all hate each other. So
I mean,
would they be happy if would Canadians be happy outside of Edmonton if the Oilers won.
It would be residual happiness. Like if they didn't want Edmonton to win and then they won, they'd be like, well, at least Canada finally got one, first time in 30 years or whatever. And that's kind of the way I see it.
Okay.
Like a
That
little
makes
solace in
sense.
that.
I just wanted them all to be mad so the United States could by default claim another Stanley Cup.
Well, honestly, as an American, I'm kind of hoping that Canada gets a cup because it's been too damn long.
I don't.
No?
No.
Not even like a little bit?
They beat us head to head all the time. I want to keep the cup.
Yeah, but
Or-
if this is if a Canadian team's gonna do it, it's this team. It has to be
Or-
this team.
I want the Oilers to win. That way, next year when it's like an American team versus an American team, probably for the cup, I get to tweet like, "Hey, it's coming home."
Just for a tweet 365 days later.
I don't care. Like, yeah, if it's not the Preds, yeah, sure. Which it won't
All
be.
right.
So.
No. But yeah, it's a interesting point about this. I don't even know, if I'm being honest. I don't even know what side they're on. I wish I knew because I'm really curious now.
Mm-hmm.
I am too, because I have seen like articles written like, I mean, I have no idea if they're like actually based in fact or not, being like, Canada could win their first cup in X amount of years. Do they really like? Not do they care, but like, are they really like wanting it? So it kind of made me think. It's like, I wonder if they actually like. Is that true?
Yeah. I don't know. It's there's like Canadian bias with each team, and like TSN. You might as well call it Toronto Sports Network. It's supposed to be.
That's what that stood for, and I would believe you.
It's supposed to be the sports.
Yeah,
network.
But it's like very, very Canadian.
Yeah, if you watch the NHL free agent frenzy, then it's gonna be like, oh, the Nashville Predators they signed Ryan O'Reilly to a pretty big ticket, for a veteran player. Well, let's see how the signing of Ryan Reeves is gonna affect the Toronto Maple Leafs. We're live with Ryan right now in his apartment. Ryan, can you help us win the Stanley Cup?
Please.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna go out there and I'm gonna be physical and I'll protect the boys out there. Ryan, do you think we'll go to the playoffs? Oh, I'm just gonna go out there and score some goals, and probably not, but so it's just like they'll spend 30 seconds on like any other signing, but as soon as the Leafs sign some Joe Schmo off the street,
they just jerk them off.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's a lot of bias up there.
I think you guys might be right about like, especially like the Leafs and the Canadians, because I found a New York Times article about this cup final. It's like why the Oilers are not Canada's team in the Stanley Cup final. And
America's team.
They kind of like interviewed some people and they were like, look, the vibe we got, like the majority of like the diehard hockey fans in Canada being actively rooting for the Oilers as if they were cheering for their own team, they were like, no.
No, of course, that's not their team.
Yeah, I mean, but like they're
not rooting for
they're not rooting for the nation of Canada. They're rooting, but they're also kind of rooting against the Oilers because they're not their team. Like that's what's funny.
That makes
so I think this might come to a close that a majority of Canada is not for the Oilers to win the cup.
All right. Edmonton Oilers, America's team.
Let's go.
Bring it home.
USA, baby.
Bring it home.
Bring it home, boys.
Okay, moving on from the NHL, we'll touch a little bit on the NBA, and then we have some totals to give out, some props we like for the NFL season. But real quick, the Mavericks are going to the final with the Boston Celtics, and just immediate first take by me, I think that this is the Mavericks' shot. More so than it is the Celtics. Like it feels like if the Mavericks don't win it, they're not coming back. And it feels like if the Celtics win it, they can just come back. Or like if they lose, they can just come back to the finals.
I get that. Yeah, because I feel like the Celtics, their window, I mean, it has been open for a while, and I feel like it's nowhere near closing. I mean, I'm not like, don't have my thumb on the pulse of the NBA, but as a casual, it feels like if they don't, like you said, if they don't win this year, they could very well be back next year. And the Mavs, like, I mean, I know Luka's very young, but like, who knows how Kyrie's going to be next year? Even like, he might do some weird shit off the court. Like, I feel like, I feel like you're right, Will. This is the Mavs. Like, they have it. Like, they have to get it now.
Yeah. I mean, that's really all I got for it. I mean,
I might sprinkle the Mavs, honestly. Maybe like Mavs in 7. That could be fun.
It could be fun. Could be some fun sports on. I am definitely going to try and watch like all the Stanley Cup final games. I'm going to try to do that.
I'm going to try to watch every finals game, like both sports. I hope they have them on alternating nights. That would be fantastic.
I think
I know the NBA starts
one of them starts tomorrow.
When does it start? Tomorrow, like Thursday?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's the NBA.
And then I think the other one starts the next night,
NBA starts Thursday, June 6th. NHL starts on Saturday. Ooh.
Okay.
But the NBA takes so many days off in between.
Yeah. Okay, so that's fine. Sean, do you have anything to add to the NBA?
I mean, I think it's the Celtics all the way. I think it might be the Mavs shot, but ultimately I think they're going to come up short.
That's fair.
I can't root for a Boston team.
I mean,
I just can't. They've had it too good.
Who can? Like realistically, who can root for a Boston team? But you know, it's the way the world works. It's just the way it works.
God likes them extra special.
They are a wholeheartedly Catholic town. You gotta respect it. Like
it's true.
Maybe prayer does work. I don't know, but like they must be praying for something because they're getting an awful lot.
They're also extremely racist. Maybe that has something to do with it.
There's a lot of parallels here with Boston and the South. Interesting.
Well, Catholics are like real. Like they go to like mass. They put in the work.
Oh yeah.
Some Southern Christians, they don't go to church as much, and you know there's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's
nothing at all.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Before we say something really dumb.
Speaking of God, his favorite sport, football.
That's right. So
before we get into the win totals, let's go through the stretch in December, January.
Yes. Let's do that.
Real quick.
Yes, one of you do that.
Do you have it, Sean?
I do. For those who don't know, the college football playoffs are expanding to 12 teams this year. And from December 19th through January 20th, we have just about 30 full days of football in a row. It's insane and
Praise the
beautiful.
Lord.
And it like this, I'm looking at this schedule right now, just going week by week, and it's just so beautiful. Like start out December 19th, Thursday night football, Browns at Bengals. The next night, the first college football game, round one. Then we've got the Saturday game with Texans and Chiefs and Steelers and Ravens. Then the 22nd, we got 12 NFL games. The next day, Saints at Packers. Christmas Day, we've got Chiefs at Steelers and Ravens at Texans. Black Friday, we got Seahawks, or not Black Friday, I'm sorry. That's after Thanksgiving. The 26th, we got Seahawks at Bears. The 29th, we have another slate of 12 NFL games. The 30th, we've got Lions at 49ers. New Year's Eve, we have the college football playoffs quarters. And then we take a little break. We take about a 4-day break, but we come back.
4 days.
We got from New Year's Eve to January 5th.
Oh.
There's a little break there, but January 5th comes back strong with 16 NFL games.
Wow.
All right. I guess I can live with that.
What am I going to do in those 4 days, though?
Yeah. I don't know. Spend time with your family and just bring in the new year. I don't know.
Come out the house?
And then the 9th through the 10th, we also have the college football playoff semifinals. Then the next day through the end of the weekend, that's wild card weekend. And then fast forward another couple days, we got the divisional round and then the national championship the day after. It's beautiful.
Let's go.
So
football.
We go. So there's divisional round, Natty, and then Super Bowl 2 weeks later.
Yep.
God.
We pretty much go wild card, take a few days off, divisional round. The next day is the national championship.
You know,
good.
I do kind of enjoy the like after the college football season and like where there's just NFL. I kind of really enjoy that because it's like, okay, I can breathe. You know, it's not like I don't know. But also like at that point it's kind of just like, 1 game a week or 2 games a week. So it's not a lot.
You don't get your fix.
Yeah. But when it's like, the thick of the season and it's like week 7 of the NFL and there's like a whole big ass slate of college football games the day before, it's like, this is hard. Sometimes it's like
it is hard, but it's the best.
The semifinals of the college football playoffs is only 4 teams. That's only 2 games.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
So it'll thin out.
It'll thin out. It'll still thin out, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I wish there were more games.
I guarantee you, if this slate was on this month, you would not be complaining.
Oh
no!
You know what I mean?
I will never complain about this.
No,
this sounds honestly perfect. Those 4 days that we have to go without football, day 3, I'm gonna be pissed.
Mm-hmm.
Because the fuck, there should be football. But I'm so excited. That's God. I saw that tweet today, and I was like, God, this is going to be the best.
except for those 4
it's
days.
just so
Yeah,
oh
those
my
4 days are
gosh.
gonna be rough, but I'll
Yeah.
those you need those 4 days to be like, oh yeah, I'll go to the whatever with you, honey. Like,
I'll go to the grocery store.
I wasn't saying that, but okay, but yeah, we can go out to eat tonight. Yeah, totally. And then
I've decided
hunker
to
down for the
skip
next 2.
football.
That's gonna be awesome. Like, you know what, babe? No football tonight. Like, I'm not paying attention to football tonight. It's just you and me.
I
Yeah.
decided to skip Tuesday night football.
And then there's going to be plenty of Tuesday night football on during the season. She'll be like, yo, this is fantastic. This is the best. It can't get here soon enough, honestly.
Right, of course. Okay, so that transitions us into the next topic. I have 2 win totals here that I can talk about. Chris, how many do you have?
I have 3.
Sean?
I have 3 as well.
Okay. Should I go first since I have 2?
I was going to say, do we want to go like 1 for each and go around the room, or just say what we got, like rattle off all of ours back to back?
I think we just say what we
go.
got.
I think we just
Okay.
go.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll go first.
Go for it.
So my first win total is Chargers under 8.5 plus 125. All right. I'm going through the schedule here. I'm counting 6 wins and 2 toss-ups. And the 2 toss-ups are the Denver games, because I do not know what Denver team we're going to get. But chances are that the Chargers will be better than them. And if they win those 2 toss-ups, that's 8. I only need less than 8.5. To me, this is free money. It's plus 125. Chargers today actually released Corey Linsley, their all-pro center, who missed 14 games last year. And last year, without him, they went 5-12. And so they're going to be without him again. Also, not to mention, they signed Christian Fulton. That guy stinks. And they signed Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins. And as we both know, as we all know from the history of watching football over the past 3 or 4 years, both of them are going to get injured. And so that's what I got. I have the Chargers wins. I have Carolina, Arizona, Atlanta, Tampa Bay, because I felt like being nice, New Orleans, and Las Vegas. I have them splitting with Las Vegas. So, yeah, man, that's what I got. That's that first one. What do you think about that?
I like it.
I like it a lot. The Chargers were very mid last year, and I feel like their offense has just gotten, at least on paper, significantly worse.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Like,
Definitely.
who's their wide receiver 1? Quentin Johnson? That guy sucks.
Either him or the guy they drafted in the 2nd round.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, who was that?
His name escapes me. I should have written
So
it down.
it's either Quentin Johnson or a rookie, or I guess Joshua Palmer, who go Vols, but he's no wide receiver 1, I'll be honest. So, yeah, I like that, especially at plus money. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Under 8.5. Okay. My other play is the Las Vegas Raiders over 6.5 wins. Okay. This is kind of a vibes play, but also kind of not a vibes play. Okay. I have them winning a game against the Chargers, Carolina, Miami, the Falcons, the Jaguars, and then I have 3 toss-ups, both Denver games and one of them the New Orleans game, because I can never get a read on the Saints. I can never get a read on their team. Honestly, I try to stay away from the Saints pretty much every game that they're in, unless it's prime time. They're just it just feels like
they're weird, man.
Yeah. I've never been able to get like a good read on them.
They won 9 games last year.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thought?
Not
you
me.
could, yeah, that.
I can't get a read on them. So yeah, I have 6 wins and 3 toss-ups. My X factors, if you will, they have Antonio Pierce. They hired that dude. That guy's gonna make them run through a brick wall. They signed Gardner Minshew, which I know we all hate him, but I mean, if we're being honest here, he plays like 4 games a year that are like really fucking good. And then all the other games are kind of toss-ups.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is Minshew the starter? Like, was he brought in to be
I was
the
gonna
starter?
ask that too. Like, is it O'Connell again, or
Because O'Connell wasn't good, but
Yeah.
he was fine. Won some big games with, not really because of him, but won some big games with him.
Let me look up the depth chart real quick.
They're battling.
I would be very
they're
surprised
competing
if
for the
Minshew.
starting.
Okay, I would be surprised if Minshew wasn't the starter because I feel like
right now O'Connell is the starter.
O'Connell. Oh well, right now I mean
that could change.
That could change right now. But
June.
Just saying.
O'Connell will start a decent amount of games if Minshew is like the starter, and also vice versa. If O'Connell's the starter, Minshew will start a decent amount of games.
Other things, they drafted Brock Bowers. That guy's awesome. They signed Alexander Mattinson. He's pretty okay. Michael Gallup, and they signed Christian Wilkins, the D tackle from Miami, because I think Miami's going to stink, but also like all the teams in that division are going to be ass, except for maybe the Jets if Aaron Rodgers decides to, I don't know, not be ancient. But Miami got a brand new defense. Like they got rid of all of their guys on defense. They have a brand new defense, and so, yeah, that's my pick. Raiders over 6.5 minus 120. Feel like it's pretty good. I feel like Antonio Pierce is like, that's 6 wins right there.
The Raiders down the stretch with Pierce, they were my team last year.
Yeah.
They were like just blind, like not just blindly bet them almost. Because they were coming like regardless. I mean, they beat the Chiefs like handedly. Like I think that was on Christmas Day, being like 2 touchdowns. I think.
Oh yes, that was.
So yeah, Pierce he's the dude.
Yeah. So 6.5 minus 120. It's pretty good, man. All right, Chris, what do you got? Lay it on me.
All right. Well, we'll start out. Team, we all said we can't get a read on. I got a read on this year. Saints over 7.5 wins minus 120. This is on DraftKings. I don't know what it's like on other books, but on DraftKings it's minus 120. They have the easiest schedule in the league. I don't know how they factor that, but they have the easiest schedule in the league. Part of that is they play in the worst division in football. It's pretty much them. The Falcons everyone thinks the Falcons are going to be amazing this year. I'm not sold. Cousins, I mean, we don't know how he's going to be. Their defense was not good last year. And Raheem Morris, he's been head coach before, and he's been terrible. So I don't believe in the Falcons as much as everyone else. I think they'll be good. I think they will probably win that division. But that's not saying much. So let's say they go 4-2 in the division play. I feel like that's fair to say. Their non-divisions, they have Denver, the Chargers. They go to the Chargers, and the Chargers, we don't know about them. They're weird. Cleveland late. I think they play Cleveland in November. So Deshaun Watson will probably not be playing at that point. They have the Rams at home. The Rams on the road are not good. The Giants, the Commanders, and the Raiders. No offense, Will. The Raiders they're not going to be very good. They're going to win 7 games, but this isn't one.
They're going to win 7 games.
But this isn't one of them.
I have this as a toss-up.
Yes. Oh, you do? Perfect then.
I have it as 1,000
So let's see. So again,
because I can't get a read on the Saints.
this is saying they go 4-2 in division play. They have to get 4 wins in between everything I said. I say Giants, Commanders, Broncos. Those 3 I'll say are pretty much wins. And and I have to get a win between Chargers, Browns, Rams, and Raiders. I say that's 8 wins right there. They got a pretty good offseason in terms of like acquiring talent. They got Chase Young. I totally forgot about that. So
Yeah, I
that'll be
forgot about
good.
that too.
And then they drafted this the tackle out of Oregon State, the Fuanga, I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. They sucked running the football last year. Without like Alvin Kamara is extremely good at getting the ball out of the backfield. Not great. They weren't great at running the ball last year, so I think that'll help. I think the Saints, I mean, they could fuck around and win that division, honestly. I don't know. I don't have a price on that in front of me, but I mean, 7.5 wins. I feel like 8 wins, that could get you to win the NFC South, honestly. So yeah, Saints over 7.5. They're only going to go with one. This one made me happy. Cowboys under 10.5. They have won 12 games last 2-3 years, at least 2 years. They are not doing that this year. They have gotten worse and have done nothing about it. Their offensive, like their big offensive get this year was Ezekiel Elliott. Cool.
They haven't done anything in the offseason.
They signed some okay guys on defense, which was their big problem last year. They got Eric Hendricks, I think from the Chargers. He's fine, but he's like 32, 33. They signed Jordan Lewis, who's a corner. He's coming off a foot injury where he missed like 6 games last year. So who knows how he's going to be. But they lost Dan Quinn too. So, I mean, that's their defense right there. Their division games, I mean, let's face it, they're probably going to be fine against Commanders and Giants. Eagles, I don't know. The Eagles are hard to get a read on. But they have that first place schedule. So they're non-division games. They have Cleveland. I think they opened this season with Cleveland, so that could be interesting. Then they have New Orleans. We'll see. Baltimore, at Pittsburgh, Detroit, San Francisco, at Atlanta, Houston, Cincinnati, and then Carolina and Tampa Bay. But like at Pittsburgh, San Francisco, Houston, Cincinnati, that's pretty tough. So yeah, Cowboys under 10.5. Honestly, I don't think they're going to be very good. I feel like they lost a lot and did nothing to really improve their team. And then last one, Will, you'll like this: Dolphins under 9.5 plus 115. If Aaron Rodgers is healthy, they are the 3rd best team in this division. I have no faith in this team whatsoever. They like opposing defenses. They have film on them now. They know how to stop them. I mean, we even saw it towards the end of the season last year. They could not beat any team worth a shit. So, and also, is Tua going to stay healthy a full year, 2 years in a row?
No. It's tough to say.
No, he's not. I'm not rooting for injury. Never will. But that's not going to happen. They added Jordan Poyer and Shaquille Barrett. Fine. Past their prime, if we're being honest. They're good, but they're not what they used to be. I think they're both in their 30s. Their schedule is not I mean, let's see. Their division, what do you think they'll go division play? 3-3? You think that's fair?
I mean, everyone kind of sucks in that division, so I think that's fair.
I mean, even like they struggled with the Patriots last season.
Yeah.
And
division games are weird.
Yeah. So I think, let's say they go 3-3, maybe 4-2. Their non-division is Jacksonville, at Seattle, Titans, at Indy, Arizona, at the Rams, Vegas, at Green Bay, at Houston, San Francisco, at Cleveland. Not like murderer's row like the Cowboys, but that's not easy. Like even Jacksonville, that's not a gimme.
Mm-hmm.
Like us come to town. I think that's Monday Night Football. I mean, we saw last year. We can fuck around and win. And like, let's not act like the Dolphins have some enormous home field advantage. Like
No.
they don't. They never, like, that place sucks. So I struggle to find 10 wins in this schedule. And with Tua, I don't think Tua is going to stay healthy. And yeah, so I'm taking under 9.5 at plus money. Give me that all day. So yeah, those are my
write
three.
that shit down.
Yes. Oh yeah, when you said the Dolphins will be ass, I was like, let's go. So yeah, Saints over 7.5, Cowboys under 10.5, Dolphins under 9.5.
John?
Oh, was it my turn?
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I want to. Whoa. Sorry.
What's up?
Did y'all hear that? Some music started like playing through my headphones.
No, I didn't hear that.
Okay. First off, I think you'll like this, Chris, and I think you'll like this too, Will. But I think the Falcons are looking at potentially like one of their best seasons in a decade, right? Now that Kirk Cousins has, like, brought some stability to the quarterback position. I think they've got a pretty good offense. I think they honestly have an underrated defense, and they have a pretty darn easy schedule. But expecting them to win 3 more games than they did last year, I don't really think so. And after wasting their first round pick on Michael Penix Jr., that didn't really fix anything. That didn't fix any of their weak spots. I think they'll definitely be better than last year, but finishing around 500 seems likely, but definitely not. They're definitely not winning 10 games. Falcons under 9.5 plus 115.
Like it.
All right.
Like it.
Their schedule is easy, but like, let's be real. Like, first 3 games of the season, Steelers, Eagles, Chiefs. Like, that's just a recipe for disaster.
Is it at Pittsburgh or
no? It's in Atlanta.
Okay, that makes it winnable then.
It does, but
yeah,
I wanted to mention.
I mean, if they go 0-3, that wouldn't shock me at all.
Yeah. I wanted to mention this because when I was texting y'all about this, the reason like I brought this up is I saw the Steelers win total yesterday was at 7.5. And that means that Mike Tomlin, they will not have a winning season. But I checked today. I think everybody got wise and saw that because they upped it to 8.5 at like plus 160 something, which is ridiculous.
I'm trying to find it. Yeah, it's
I saw it on. Oh yeah,
on DraftKings.
On DraftKings,
over 8.5 plus 140.
Yeah. So but that was going to be like my main focal point for this, which is like why I wanted to talk about it. But now I can't really give it out because I didn't take it.
They still have to win 9 games to finish above 500, though, don't they? Because you can't go 500 anymore, so you would have to.
That's true.
So
I liked 7.5 a lot more, though.
Oh yeah, that would be easy.
Yeah,
but I mean 8. I don't know. I might sprinkle that. We'll see.
So the next team I want to talk about is the 49ers. They have an incredibly deep offense, and just they're one of the few teams that that hasn't lost any star players. They just re-signed McCaffrey to a 2-year deal. Despite all these trade rumors, is like Ayuk, like Deebo Samuel, like he might be moving. They might be moving on. Hitting 11.5 on the game total for this team is almost free money. This is like one of the best teams in the league. Christian McCaffrey is the best running back in the league, and the 49ers are stacked on both sides of the ball. Stacked. I'm going over 11.5 here, plus 105 on DraftKings.
They're the only team who is favored in every single game this season. So,
yeah. I mean
if
you're basically giving me 6 free games.
Pretty
That's
much
what I'm hearing. Like,
yeah. Barring knock on wood, barring injury, yes.
Barring injury.
I like that. It's
I mean,
they're that fucking good.
Plus money on the league's best team. You gotta take it.
You take it.
That's pretty good.
You gotta take it. And then finally, we come to the absolute dumpster fire that is the Carolina Panthers. They had a rough season last year. They did, finishing dead last, and they traded their first overall pick away. And unlike really any other teams that tank, I guess, there's no hope. There's no hope for the Carolina
Not right
Panthers. No,
definitely
and
not.
It's not even on the horizon. It's not even in the distance. There's just no hope.
Do they have a first round pick like next year? Correct, like this upcoming draft.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Honestly, if they want hope, they have to take again.
Yeah, but you can't be putting Bryce through all this, even though he's terrible. Like, you can't be doing that to him. But they have no offensive line. The offensive line they have is a absolute mess. Bryce Young is he's just having a tough time.
I pray.
He's just Give me your thoughts and prayers. They have the second lowest win total in the league this season, and it should probably honestly be lower than 5.5, but I'm going to take the Panthers under 5.5 at minus 105.
I mean, I like that, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's only minus 105.
Yeah.
Who has the lowest?
I don't.
If they have the second lowest.
I can't remember.
Broncos also have 5.5.
I can't remember.
I'm trying to find. I'm looking at it right now.
The Patriots?
Patriots are 4.5, and over 4.5 is minus 160.
Yeah. So
the Patriots are gonna just stink.
Yeah, they're gonna stink, dude.
Yeah.
That's gonna be terrible.
Yeah, I hate to see it. It's a shame.
Yeah, hate to see it.
It's a shame. Okay, well, that's I think that's it. I think that's all we got for this week. Would you say so? Yeah. Okay.
I just wanted to say this was the first time I was like, I really miss football.
Yeah.
Like I was bored the other night, and I was like flipping through YouTube videos, and I saw biggest upset wins of the 2023-24 college football season. And it was like 30 minutes, and I watched that, and I was like, God, I miss football.
I have to say, when I was doing research for this, it was kind of like it took my brain a second to sort of switch back into football mode. Might be time soon to restart the league.
It felt
that might
honestly.
be like another month. That might be like another month.
Yeah, you gotta like finish it right before football season starts.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, doing research for this, it felt right. It felt
Yeah.
it felt good. I hate looking every year or every day now at like ERA and expected ERA and fucking like all this other random bullshit. I hate it so much.
And
I hate betting on baseball.
that's why we're giving you, the audience, these 13 weeks of picks. We have 13 weeks until week 1. We can make it.
So
let's just take it 1 week at a time.
we each give a pick a week. I like it. Let's.
Yep.
I mean, what else?
Pick a week. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
God,
It doesn't matter,
wait,
baby.
man.
Kaboom.
I can't wait.
13 weeks.
3 for the Money is
It's
a
a cup of
podcast
coffee.
for the people.
It's a cup of coffee. Come on.
I mean, if you take out like, I mean, you're asleep, and then
You're
like,
asleep.
meals.
Yep.
And then Sundays just fly by. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like 2 weeks, really.
Yeah. It's nothing. It's a cup of coffee.
It's a cup of coffee. It'll go by like that.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
All right. Well, wrap us up.
I'm going to wrap us up here. Okay. Thank you so much for listening and watching. We really appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. Really helps us out. Check out the Trendscenter app. Link in our bio. 2-week free trial. Regular free trial is 3 days. Big ass difference. It's been an amazing tool for betting on baseball. I think that's it. Thank you so much. We will catch you next week. Three for the Money. The 3 of us. Let's bet the money. Woo.